Hello YouTube, my name is Eric, and today I would like to talk about Hololive Dreams, also known as Holodori. Hololive Dreams is a rhythm-based RPG game with some city building, I guess island building mechanics in this game. I will be talking about my first impressions of this game. I've played this game for maybe 2 to 3 days. Haven't gotten very far, I just haven't had much time to play. But I'll talk about early impressions, what I think about the game. If you don't know what a rhythm-based RPG game is, it's basically a game where it's a rhythm game, but there's more to it than just, hitting all the right notes. You also have to have a good team composition and use certain effects to give you advantages, but we'll go over that later. The first thing I want to talk about is the presentation for the game. The game has really beautiful artwork and it has really great animation. So like with the character models as you're going through the story, they actually have like actual animation and emotes and all that type of stuff. They could have easily have used like character stills and just done different like screenshots of them, but they went all in on this. They look absolutely amazing, especially if you're playing on a PC with 60 FPS and set it to the highest settings. It looks absolutely incredible. We will be going over playing on both the PC and the phone as well. I'll tell you the differences. There's actually quite a bit to talk about there. So at the beginning of the game, you get to choose a character, one of the Hololive members. And this will be important later on, although it does not directly affect the story. It is important for something later on, which we'll get into later. The starting character you choose will also determine your character avatar, as you'll get a little avatar, chibi avatar to play around with. The chibi avatar is, of course, incredibly adorable. If you love Nendoroid figures, you'll love the avatars. They look just like them. Your starting character also affects your UI as well. The UI is affected by like the themes of the character. You can see, if you look at my screen, you can see that there is I chose Usada Pekora. So the theme of it is like her theme, which is like rabbits. You can see the little rabbit chain at the side. Okay, next for the final part of the presentation, let's talk about the island. The island is a decent size. You usually don't get like a hub world like this in a lot of gotcha games, free-to-play games. I guess I could be wrong about that. That's probably way wrong. But at least the ones I play, you don't really get a hub world like this. And it seems like there's a lot of potential for growth. I wonder how much it's going to fill out when you complete the main game before they update it and stuff. I see that they could do a lot with this. I feel like because with the chibi avatars, you can actually do emotes and stuff like that. And I'll bet you they're planning to do like lobbies and stuff like that. But that's just, me guessing. But anyway, you can explore the island. It looks like they're going to put a lot of stuff there. I found a treasure chest too that had an item in it. I don't remember what the item was, but yeah, so I look forward to seeing what they do with that in the future. Okay, next I want to talk about gameplay for Holodori. So as I said before, Holodori is a rhythm and RPG game. So not only is it about trying to hit all the notes in every song, but you must also have good team composition and level up your characters. By leveling up your characters, they will perform better and give you a higher score, but they also have abilities that will help you and give you advantages as you perform a song. Each idol group is formed of 5 characters. You have 1 leader and 4 team members. The leader has 2 unique abilities for themselves, and then all the members have at least 3 unique effects. And you can continue to level up those effects by getting copies of the same character and then using what is called a bloom. And blooming allows you to level up their abilities and so on and so on. And you can, of course, level up your characters using items using items to level them up. There's a lot to dig into here. So if you're an RPG fan, you'll really like this stuff. There's things like attributes and tags to keep up with. If you played rhythm RPG games before, you kind of know what to expect. I'm pretty sure I have not even dived into everything just yet, but it looks like there's going to be a lot to play around with. I'm looking forward to building my teams. Next, let's talk about the photo mode. Photo mode is actually quite impressive. I'm sure this will be a lot more fun once we start unlocking more things to interact with. I like that your character, your 3D model, can interact with a lot of stuff. Sit down on many different areas. There's a lot potential here for the photo mode. Considering I wasn't even expecting a photo mode day 1, this is pretty great. I had a lot of fun taking pictures of my 3D avatar. You can even include things like your player ID tag. Holodori has your standard like free to play stuff. So like it has a login bonuses like, special event bonuses and stuff like that. So if you complete certain objectives, you can get rewards for it, or just log in every day and get some rewards for it. So basically, they do what they can to try to get you keep coming back, and I think it's a good idea. It's just your standard like free to play type stuff. You know what I'm talking about. If you play any free to play game, you understand what I'm saying. All right, so Holodori also has another mechanic that can, I guess you would say, give it another genre as like city building. As you progress through the main quest, you'll start adding new things to the island to interact with, including new mini games as well. I've unlocked one so far, but I'm pretty sure there'll be more. I won't spoil those right now, as I just want to give you my general impressions of the game. But the first one I unlocked, I had a lot of fun with, and I can see myself playing it again in the future. I hope since I have not finished the game yet, I hope like as we continue to progress, there's more customizability for the island, and not everything is just static in place. But we'll see how that goes. So far, I've only really been able to customize one thing on the island, as far as like making my own kind of thing. So hopefully that is something that we'll be able to do in the future, or maybe I just haven't progressed enough in the game to do that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what else it gets added to the island, either through me playing it through the main quest or future events and stuff like that. Okay, so let's talk about questing in the game. So there's a main quest and there are side quests. I think I'm having a lot of fun with the main quest, but I could see this not being for everybody, as it is very cutesy and fluffy. Not a very deep storyline. I think a lot of us were hoping. Well, I can't speak for everybody, but for myself, and some people I've seen online, I think we're hoping to dive deeper into their lore and stuff like that. But no, this is very much the characters and them trying to like create this island or whatever for their fans. So all in all, I would say it just has not been very interesting, but I have enjoyed it. As a fan of Hololive, I've enjoyed it, but I could definitely see non-fans not really caring about this story, because like this could have been a really good opportunity for them to introduce non-Hololive fans to Hololive. I just don't think they're particularly doing a great job at that. It feels more like they were expecting you to already be a fan. I just think there's a missed opportunity. I think that non-Hololive fans could totally still get into this game, because it is fun to play, and I could totally see them just like, just falling in love with the character designs, because obviously the character designs are fantastic. And I am saying these are characters because, well, it's an IP, and they do act a little different than their actual real life streamer counterparts. These feel like the perfect girlfriend versions of them. Basically, it's very cutesy. That's all I'll say. I've been having fun with it, but I am also a fan of Hololive. So, but even for fans of Hololive, I've definitely seen this being a bit much. Like, oh, it's just too fluffy, too sweet. I quite enjoyed the Holo X storyline, but yeah, I'm curious to see what the other people think about the story. The side questing is probably the only thing that I find a little tedious. So there's some side quests you can do that will allow you to unlock other chibi avatars. So basically the characters you didn't pick, you can unlock them and play as them as well, which is nice. Those quests just are not very interesting at all. But I've not played all of them. I've only played a few. But of course, you can skip all the story cutscenes or the ones you just don't care for, as they do give you that option. Okay, we got to talk about the gotcha mechanics next. If you played any free-to-play game like Nikkei or Fire Emblem, you know what it is. It's they have banners. That's what I call them, banners. I think they might be called something else in other places, but in like Fire Emblem, we call them banners. And every banner has a set of characters that you can play gotcha for. This one's no different. So at the beginning of the game, they tell you to pick a character, and that gives you your first 3D avatar. But it also affects who you get in the gotcha system, as the gotcha system will give you one free 5-star for your first roll, and it's always going to be the character you picked. They also give you a re-roll in case you don't want that character. I did not play around with it because I picked Pekora and I wanted the 5-star Pekora. One of the other banners is essentially the same banner. It has the same characters, but it's a limited time one. It lets you pick 3 characters, and you'll have a higher chance of getting those 3 characters when you roll, which is pretty cool. You use blue diamonds or red diamonds to do the gotcha system, or if you have tickets, they'll give you a free roll and stuff like that. Blue diamonds are basically just paid currency, and red diamonds are non-paid currency. Just your standard free-to-play stuff. The 5-star characters appear to have all signatures, which is kind of cool to see. Even though it's just a digital format, it still looks nice when it appears on screen. And of course, I forgot to mention that all the 5 stars have really pretty art on them, really beautiful illustrations, but the 4-star ones are pretty good too. The 3-star ones are kind of just like a standard photo, but 4 or 5 stars look great. Last thing I'll touch on before we go into the monetization section is going to be that I forgot to mention that whoever your character you're playing as will affect things like who you see on the menus and stuff like that. It affects your UI, which I think I already brought up, but it also affects things like your character will appear when you go into the main menu, and she'll say something, she'll have a bit of dialogue. You can look at all the possible things she can say as well, which is really nice. There's a whole section for that. On the UI itself, like I said, the UI looked great. You have things like photo mode on there, your options and stuff like that. I can go too deep into it. I just want to bring that up. Okay, let's go into monetization. This is how they plan to make money. In the shop, you can buy a number of things like diamonds, blue diamonds, spending real money. The blue diamonds are used for either using the gotcha or buying certain things in the shop. The red diamonds are currency you earn in the game without spending money, and you can use that for gotcha or certain other things. It's just basically paid and unpaid currency. If you played any other free-to-play game, you know what I'm talking about. The game has other currencies in it too. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but basically you can use those currencies to buy unique items to help you progress in the game, basically faster or whatever, some stuff you need for leveling up and stuff. There also seems to be a membership that you can buy that is for getting like double items and stuff, like the score, basically, something like that. I can't really exactly remember what it is, but I didn't think it was worth it. You can probably see it on screen now. And then after that, there are actual memberships. You can sign up for memberships for each character. It is going to cost you $2 a month to sign up for these memberships. They give you these medals. And of course, there's sign up bonuses as well. You get these special stickers or whatever for your character, so you can use them in live multiplayer. And so $2 a month, and you get these medals, and you can use those medals to buy more stuff based on your character. And you'll need to do this for each character if you want to have all the stuff for all the characters, or you just want multiple stuff from your favorites. I've never seen a free-to-play game use this type of model before. I don't think it's bad. It's like $2, and you're probably only going to want your favorite character anyway. All right, so one thing I forgot to mention about the gacha system is that I said like they have, each one has a banner. If you get 200 pulls, so if you pull for 200 characters, you will be given the opportunity to get any character you want in that banner, which is kind of nice. It's yeah, I know it's a lot, but they can't just be giving you free characters because they got to make money. They also give you, like I was saying, they give you those medals whenever you sign up for a membership on a character. You can use those to buy new outfits for your 3D character model. You can also purchase songs for the game using these like special song tickets that you earn playing the main quest. So that is pretty cool too. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting about some stuff, but we're just going to go ahead and move on to my final thoughts on the game. I need to talk about the Steam version versus the phone version, as there is quite a difference there. So these are my final thoughts. I really like playing the game on Steam, except for when it comes to actually playing the rhythm part of the game. Because when you play the rhythm game on the Steam version, you use the keys to tap into the notes, right? So you have 6 keys you got to push, and every key has a area of effect. So when you hit it, it hits an area. And if that note is in that area, it'll hit the note. The problem is the area effect is so big that you only really need 2 keys out of the 6 to actually hit the notes. And it doesn't like penalize you for doing that. Like you get the same amount of points regardless. On the phone, you have to use your fingers to tap the notes in the places that they will land. And then there are some where you have to press and hold it, but then you have to guide your finger along the line to get that note. But on the Steam version, you just literally tap the key and hold the key, and it'll automatically do it for you, which is kind of lame. Some other issues on the Steam version are that you can't upload to ranked. Even though I don't really intend to try to become number 1, it's still nice to see my ranking, and it sucks that you can't do that on Steam because they know it's too easy. But I like the Steam version because the visuals are so nice that I like seeing the characters stuff move in 60 FPS and just have this really beautiful visuals. If you have like a strong PC, you can run this game at the highest graphics or whatever. I don't know how strong your PC actually has to be, but yeah, it looks really pretty on my on my computer screen, and I like the bigger screen, but like it sucks that the phone version feels better to play. Another issue with the Steam version is you can't buy certain things. I don't even know if you can buy anything. You have to buy it on your phone, so you do have to have the phone version. It doesn't matter if you have the Steam version, you have to get the phone version. So what I've been doing is when I want to play the game, as in the rhythm part, I use my phone. But when I'm just playing around or doing gotcha pulls, I use my PC. When I do the main quests, I do the PC version. But when I'm actually trying to like just get higher scores and stuff, I use my phone because it's more fun to me. I think I touched on that before, but my thoughts on like the game overall are going to be that I would have been really nice if they had done a little something different with the story. This would have been a really good opportunity to pull in people who know nothing about Hololive to introduce them to the characters. Unfortunately, they did not go that route. It is greatly focused on people already being fans of Hololive, but I could totally see non-fans getting into this as well. You just have to assume that these characters are already well known, and I think some people will just play for the character designs anyway. I plan to continue playing because I see a lot of potential here, and of course, I am a Hololive fan, and I've been wanting a Hololive game like this for a long time. I can't wait to see what they do in the future. As of making this video, they've already announced the summer banner, which is out right now, and I will be pulling for that Shirogane Noel or Flare. I really want those two. I can't wait to see what else they do. For those who haven't played yet, just want to give you a heads up. Hololive Justice is not in the game yet, but we know they're coming eventually. Don't even worry about that. If you're a big Hololive Justice fan and you're like, oh man, I don't really want to play until Justice is in there, I would recommend just playing anyway, because you can build up your diamonds and stuff to prepare for the arrival of Justice. If you're not a Hololive fan but have an interest in playing this, I say just jump right in. You can get into it just by the character designs alone. Doesn't necessarily mean you need to go watch every stream or whatever. But yeah, I think there's a lot of potential here, and I want to see how the game grows, and hopefully they can stay on track and keep doing a great job, because like I said, it's fun right now. I like it a lot. Thank you so much for watching the video. That's really all I have to say. I am having fun with the game, and I want to keep playing it and talking about it. But I know I've been away for a while, and I want to keep making content about collectibles and everything Hololive. Thanks for watching. Bye.